everyone, this is LaToya of Infinite Nature, and I just wanted to get on really quick just to share once again. Some of you may already know, but for those of you who may be new on my page or whatever, I have a 5-day raw vegan challenge for the Summer Solstice that's coming up on June 15th to June 19th, and you will break your fast on June 20th. June 20th is the first day of summer. It is the summer solstice, and this is a great time to do a fast, especially a beautiful time to do a raw vegan fast because it's getting warm. And hello everyone that has joined, and it's a perfect time, as I said before, to do a raw challenge because it's warm outside. You know, it's refreshing to do it, and also regardless, it's just a good time during the change of the seasons to give your body a rest, you know, have a reset in your mind, body, and spirit. And the reason why I host these challenges is because this is something that I always did. I always, at the change of the seasons, did liquid fast. And actually I after 3 years, because I was on a hiatus because I got pregnant and then I had my daughter and I was breastfeeding and I wasn't trying to do any of that. So of course I just did a hiatus, and I just had my did my first 7-day one liquid fast back in not too long ago, maybe a month ago or something like that. And so that was really great to do. It felt good to do that again. Hello, hey, how you doing? So yes, but I'm back with doing these again. So I'm sure I know I'm going to do another one in the future. Not sure exactly when, but I will be doing another one. But enough with that. But that's the whole point of me having hosting these challenges, because I miss doing those, you know, doing those liquid fasts. So I decided to host a challenge, but just do a raw vegan challenge because, you know, I know a lot. I'm very seasoned in eating raw foods. I still feel like I'm learning myself, but I've come a long way. I've learned definitely what works for my body, what doesn't work. And I've been eating raw for 6 years. I had a raw vegan pregnancy. I breastfed while eating raw. I'm raising a child while eating raw. So I definitely have learned a lot. And I'm always a student, always willing to learn, but I feel like I have a lot to share and a lot to offer. And there's a lot of people that are interested in these in eating raw, or at least, you know, trying it out or whatever. Or they may just want to eat more healthier and they, you know, want to try it out. Because when I first went plant-based, I wanted to eat raw, but I said I'm going to wait. I'm going to chill and not do that until I'm ready. So I waited 3 years into my plant-based journey to try out the raw vegan lifestyle. And then when I did not stop. I thought I was going to do it for 30 days and it ended up being 6 years. So here I am, 6 years. Since May of 2015, I've been eating raw. And so this month actually, but we're at the end of the month, but this month marked my 6 years of eating raw or whatnot. So I've come a long way. I've learned a lot, and it's definitely took me on a journey that I did not imagine. It's more than just the foods. It's more than just the animals. It's about all things. It's about healing your mind, body, and spirit. It's about the 4 levels of healing. When you take the time to nurture your inner body, including your physical body, it also impacts other areas of your life. And that's one of the biggest things that I want people to take away from, if they don't take anything else. My hope is that people see that the information that I share, that these challenges that I host, is not just about the physical, it's not just about the food, it's not just about the animals, but it's about your whole life. It's about the emotional, the mental. It's about understanding your belief systems, your relationship with food. It's about everything. It's about how you, when you are emotional, how do you react when it comes to the foods you eat? Do you not eat anything, or are you one of those people that tends to eat for comfort when you're upset? Those are the things that I really like to focus on, especially as someone that was always small. I never was overweight. You know what I'm saying? So I never was focused on losing weight. When I did decide to eat healthier, it was because I really wanted to eat healthier. And one of the things that I ended up facing, which I faced my whole life, was people talking about my size because I was really small. But I realized that people are going to talk about you regardless. When I was eating any and everything, and I'm from the South, and I'm from a seaport, so I ate a lot of seafood growing up, and I ate a lot of things that I'm like, looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I ate that. But even when I was small and eating any and everything, people still had something to say. So I say it's about self-love too, and really just understanding that the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and to not measure your beauty based upon the standards of society, but based upon how you truly feel about yourself. That is so important and so imperative. Like, there's just so much that I like to dibble and dabble in when it comes to holistic health and wellness. But to me, it's bigger than just the food. It's bigger than just the physical aspects of it. It's bigger than just the animals. It's really connecting to the earth, connecting to the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? It's so much more to it. But that's the main reason why I do these challenges, is because I know that there's a lot of people out there that are interested in eating raw, interested in eating plant-based, and want to try it out. And I know what it's like to not have that many people around me doing that. So the person that was the support to me was my husband. At the time, we just met each other. We didn't really know each other, but we didn't live close in vicinity. But just his enthusiasm when it came to the plant-based lifestyle, and him just giving me tips was enough motivation. I already had it in my mind before I met him that I wanted to do it. It's just having that one person that, showed me that it's possible, it's not as difficult, and if you're ready, do it. And one thing that I highly encourage is to be very gradual on your journey, more than anything else, and because that's what I did. I didn't just, some people do things cold turkey. I personally don't do things cold turkey. Like I said earlier in the live, I waited 3 years into my vegan journey to eat, almost 3 years into my vegan journey to eat raw. And then from there, I waited several months to start doing liquid fast and stuff like that. I did everything gradual, and through time and through learning from my own experience, and also from the support of others, I learned different ways to be able to sustain this lifestyle. It's a gradual experience, even when it comes to the appliances, because when you have more appliances, and I talk about these things on my YouTube channel, Infinite Nature, and also during the challenge, some people may be overwhelmed. They may think, oh, I don't have a dehydrator, I don't have, this high-speed blender. We didn't start off with all of those things. We started off with a regular basic blender, But if you're one of those people that use your blender all the time, it really would be worth it to invest in a high-speed blender so that you won't be constantly buying blenders. But stuff like that, having a nice knife, at least one nice big, knife, like stuff like that, you can invest in those things through time. I just now got me a food processor. Last Mother's Day, I got a food processor, because there's certain things that in a high-speed blender, even though it works great with a lot of things, I just feel like certain things is better in the food processor. So it's just through time, I'm probably going to get a better, higher end food processor through time. So it's all about just being gradual and just being simple, and you don't have to do all those fancy gourmet meals at first. You really just, it's a time to listen to your body. It's a time to really just embrace the changes that are going on within you, because you're going to feel, if you really take this journey in a different way, because I know some people may focus strictly on the physical, and that's fine, and I may not be the person that you may want to listen to in regards to that if it's strictly physical, because that's not where I'm at. And that's really where some people really just prefer. They just prefer to lose the weight and do this and that, and that's completely fine, but I'm probably not the best fit. I'm more so a person that is all about the mind, body, and the spirit, the mental, spiritual, physical, and the emotional. It's not about focusing so much on weight loss or weight gain. It's more so focusing on what works for you, what makes you feel good, and also being able to see how your relationship with food, how that is impacting your life on a deeper level, on an emotional level, on a spiritual level, and how it can connect you with the earth and how it can connect you with nature. So that's pretty much where I am at with it. But yeah, I have a 5-day raw vegan challenge that's coming up from on June 15th through the 19th. You break your fast on the 20th. The link is in the bio on Instagram, and also I'll have the links in the descriptions when I upload this to my other platforms. And you could always go to my YouTube channel. I do have lots of videos over the years. Some are food demos, and one thing that I don't like to be coined as, even though I am showcasing a lot of my raw food that I make and share. I don't see myself just as a raw food person. Like, I have other interests. There's other parts of me. I definitely have a lot of videos on books that I like to read, books that have impacted me. I also talk about my own spiritual journey, or there's just a lot of it. I talk about astrology, numerology. I have all types of videos on my YouTube in particular. And now that I am going to have a little break from these challenges up until the fall, as far as hosting them, I am going to be focusing on other aspects of Infinite Nature, which you definitely stay tuned for. I have a podcast. You can go on Spotify, excuse me. That's the one I like to use, Spotify. But Anchor, you can go to Anchor, and then they have the listing of the different ones, depending if you like Apple Music or whatever, for listening to my podcast, Infinite Nature. So I do have some episodes that are older, but I plan on having new ones in the month of June. So stay tuned for all of that. And that's all for now. I feel like I'm rambling, but you could go and sign up once again at loveinfinitenature.com for the 5-day raw vegan challenge for the summer solstice. This is the last day of actually the 31 days of eating raw too. I've had that was a whole month. It was more in depth. There was more food demos, there was recipes and all of that stuff, new recipes on that one. So yeah, that was a whole 31 days. There was live videos on that. So there were people that signed up for that. So today is the very last day. So I commend all of those that did the whole 31 days, and I love the pictures that I received of the creativity that came out of people's kitchens. You can see the love in the pictures, and that's the biggest thing for me, is for people to see how eating raw foods can bring out your feelings and your emotions to the surface, but it can also bring out your creativity and how it impacts all areas of your life. So yeah, so that was the last day. And if you still want to sign up for the 31 days of eating raw, you can until next Monday will be the last day to sign up for that, because you'll have access to these challenges after it's over. So that's one thing I said, don't miss out on it, because you can go back and if you're not ready right this second, you can always go back to them. So that's another thing. So the last time to sign up for that is next Monday. But if you want to start off slow, then you can go to the link in the bio to sign up for the 5-day raw vegan challenge for the summer solstice for just 5 days, and you'll have access to that after it's over. It does include food demos, some recipes. It includes other videos that will be supportive of you, and also that's a chance for you to interact with others if you decide. But I will say this, is that it's based upon who is willing to interact too. Because sometimes people, they just be in their own world, and they just want to just experience it on their own. And some people may want to connect with others. So it just really depends on what you want to experience. But the key is the way that I set it up is for people to interact with each other, and so that we can support each other, and also so that you can have access to all of these videos and recipes and food demos. You'll be the first to see these food demos before I release it to the public. That is the perk of that, is that you'll be the first to see it. Like, I have for the ones that did the 31 days of eating raw, they were able to access food demos before they were released to the public or whatnot. So after that's over, then I'll be releasing them or whatnot. So that's one thing I do like about doing these challenges, because it makes me be more active in actually making videos. Like, it keeps me on task after being on a hiatus for like 2 years, like, of making videos. Like, once I had my daughter, I was not like feeling like making any videos, but now I'm back. You know, I've been healing my womb area, you know, so now I feel way more encouraged to create. But that's all that I wanted to say. I rambled long enough. So once again, you could go to link in the bio or loveinfinitenature.com to sign up. So talk to you all later. Have a great day. Bye.